Exactly. Yeah.
Why don't we have
We don't
one?
we don't have a set office, to be very honest. We don't have a set office for we have customers come in and out. It's more of just a business meeting, kind of office type of room or closings, etc.
Just a place to get mail.
Just a place to get mail as well for our, because we gotta get mail sent to us as well. So,
Pretty much all don't have a physical address anywhere in the US.
or if you're asking if we have a physical address for the company itself, where we have like people come in and stuff, no, but we do have business meetings. And we have an office downtown KC, but it's not really used for,
Tell
I
him
guess you
what
would
you
say,
do is not a
customer
brick
service.
and mortar business.
What I do is not like. Let me explain this better. What I do is not like a brick or mortar business. It's not one of those things where you're gonna have customer service and all in a building or anything like that.
I'm
It's
just a local investor.
I'm just a local investor. Okay, so I'm not really we're not really a big company. We're a smaller company.
Right.
Is that really important to you,
Yeah,
Mister Brown?
because you need to know who you're doing business
And
with,
I
right?
understand.
Because
Yeah.
yeah, because you cannot do business with someone. Hey, they don't have a base, they don't have anything. So who am I dealing with? Somebody out in the clouds, you know what I
No,
mean?
I get what you're saying.
So
Ask if you
yeah,
would prefer if we
that
send one of our guys
that
out there to go and have him sign in
people
person.
is dealing with. So it has to be, there has to be physical location. There are a couple others when I kept asking them the same thing. They send me a web page with no address, no phone number,
Yep.
nothing. They say we buy property. Hey, I can make, anybody can make that web page.
A
Any
hundred
broker can
percent.
make that web
Yeah.
page.
I get what you're saying, Paul. I get what you're saying. I can have someone meet you out there if that makes you feel better. I can have some of our guys that's boots on the ground in Houston, and I can have them go out there and meet you, at the title company or however you want to be business. You can meet us, meet one of our partners face to face.
Talk about your last deal, how you closed.
And do this, the closing has to
I
happen
love
at
that.
my title company because I
What
will
title
be
company do
the
you
title.
use in Houston?
I use Great American.
Great American. Okay.
Yeah. It will have to be anything that has to be done through them because that guy feels secure.
I understand. No, I understand. Yeah, because I'm gonna be very honest. We just actually saved a lady from foreclosure in Louisville, one of the other markets that we also operate in, and we're not physically, located there, but our boots on the ground team is there, and we were still able to get that transaction closed out and funded. What was that on the 24th, I believe?
Okay.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's the wrong date. The 25th we closed, but which was yesterday. But so we operate, we operate a little bit nationwide. We're not, we have boots on the ground in each market. So no matter what the situation is, you're going to be speaking to one of our members face to face if you please to. You know,
Okay.
I know there's a lot of scams going around, so I know e-signature and stuff like that can be kind of scary. So we'll want to provide you with any information you need to, make you feel more comfortable. That way, you know exactly who you're doing business with.
Good, Brad. That sounds good. So then, why don't we do this? Next week, today I'm kind of busy.
Here he goes again, John. Here he goes again.
No, we're telling him no, dude.
Can on Monday morning, call me maybe around about 10 my time because I've got meetings. But if I miss you, we will definitely connect Tuesday and probably get the show going.
Tell him, ask him, Paul. Look, man, we're not here to run
Okay,
around. I'm not here to
perfect.
force you to sign. Are
Now let
you
me ask you
are you
this.
trying to do business or not? Let's not waste any more
I,
time.
I, I want to be very honest. Just to be very honest with you. I know everyone of you've been sick and stuff. Let me ask you this. I don't want this to be a forcing thing. I don't want you to make it seem like we're forcing you to do business with us. Are you looking to do business with us?
I
Push
know you're
away,
not
push him
forcing
away, push him away.
I'll be doing the same thing, with customers. I'll do the same thing. I'll call till I get a no.
Yeah, no.
I do the same thing because man, until somebody says no, I keep calling. That's how I do it, and I'll make sure they get all the information they need, like you are doing. So yeah, so that there's nothing, but still I'm tied up these days. Like I said, too many things going on, and then I have to focus on this. So this kind of takes sidetracks me a little bit. But yeah, I'm business, but before we start anything, let's meet up on Monday, and then we finish running all this stuff that I'm doing right now. And I got some other crap I will deal with right now. This guy called me, and
I understand. Well,
you're annoying me right now.
no, you're fine. You're fine, Paul.
Yeah, I'm taking these contracts.
What we're gonna do is this. I'm going to I reach out Monday, 10:30, or what time works better for you? 10 or 10:30?
Yeah, 10, between 10
In between that time. Okay, I'll give you a call then. I'm gonna go to my underwriter and say, hey, look, he said give him at least till Monday, and we'll push this file open. I know it was kind of closing up, so I'll push it again, and then I'll speak to you Monday from 10 to 10:30.
Okay, brother.
All righty. I appreciate your time. Thank you so much, Paul.
Wish you a great weekend, Xavier.
You as well, brother. All right, take care. Listen, this guy, it's a sus thing. I don't think it's a trust thing. I don't know. I provide this guy
Yeah.
with everything. I provide him everything he needs, but he wants to be working with someone. You know what I should have presented, like, how does Open Door operate? Don't they, or is it called Open Door? Is that who they are? The company that buys, like, based off videos. Don't they operate the same way, or am I tripping?
What do you mean the same way?
Like, they don't have, like, an actual physical location, don't they? Like,
They have several locations, actually.
Oh, actually, okay, never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about then. Because I didn't bring it up.
But here's the thing, Savion. I mean, with these types of people, you're absolutely right. It's a trust issue, okay? And that's why you need to build credibility as soon as possible. That's why I said, hey, bring up your last deal. You want to bring up some sort of story, because third-party stories always help with these types of people.
Yeah.
Okay? As soon as you mention foreclosures, he backed off a little bit, okay? Now, if you can find another story where it relates more to his situation, okay, his ears will even perk up more and he'll back off even more, okay? So you got to have some stories in mind at all times with the types of people that you're working with to see which one works best for them and give them that story. You know, so for example, in this case, I mean, obviously I don't know this guy's story with what you guys have been doing with him or anything. But if it's a trust issue, yeah, Mr. Seller, you know, we've had the same issue with other people in the past, but this is what happened with them. And then you just tell them the story, okay? And and they'll go, oh, okay. So the two things happen there. Number one, they understand that you've gone through this, that you understand them, okay? And number two, you know what you're doing, okay? So that builds credibility, which builds trust.
And I mean, I've been very transparent with this guy. This is a novation. This is no way a cash deal. That's why he's still sticking with us, and he's probably trying to fish us around to see if he can get a higher offer, which he won't. Cash, at least he won't. I'm very confident he's not going to get an offer higher than his cash, unless he goes realtor route, you know, and just listed traditionally. But yeah, this is novation, and you know, he didn't like the part of shopping around, and I said, well, look, you know, the price you're asking, we're going to have to bring in a third-party partner for financing, you know, and that's just the way it's going to have to happen for the price you're trying to get for the property. I don't think you're asking the world, Mr. Seller. I think you're asking a realistic price. But however, lenders, all investors have to follow a certain formula, and unfortunately, no one's going to be able to get you cash as is with the certain formula that we have to follow. But
love it.
And then I point on novation, but
so
we'll see.
On Monday, okay, come Monday, you go, hey, Mr. Seller, my acquisition team manager is kind of upset with me that this has taken so long, okay? And he said our offer is good for the next 48 hours. So
that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Yep.
Yeah. Give him a time period so he's got FOMO.
Well, I made it seem like I'm gonna speed up real quick. That way you guys can take the stage. But I made it very known to him before I hopped on this stage. I was like, look, you know, we don't need the property. We don't need to, you know, we would like to do business with you, but we don't need to. And so with that being said,
you're pushing him away.
I pushed him away. He was like, no. I want to. I'm like, oh, okay. Now
there you go.
Like, which one is it? You know? So we'll see.
So you know he's got FOMO. So push on that pain button more.
We will. We sure will. I appreciate the feedback. I'm gonna let you guys take the stage. I'll be in the audience. Appreciate it.
Nah, man, you're welcome.
You got it.
Here, man.
Great job. Yeah, this is great. This is great.
I got you. I'm gonna meet up then.
What are you two guys smirking about?
Honest, always got a little smirk when I turn the camera on, man. He just
I
always
noticed,
got a little
Dan
smirk when I
copied me
turn.
with the backwards hat. You know, that's what I know. I said, damn, you know.
AB
I
got the backwards hat.
Yeah, AV saw it too. That's what I'm
Oh,
saying.
oh, I always got the backwards hat on.
Somebody copied somebody. I might have copied a little bit of Dan's swag with backwards cap.
Hmm.
All right, I'm gonna slide.
But it's funny, you know, we got this inside joke, you know, when everybody has their camera off, we call it they're moving federal. So he was not moving federal anymore. But hey,
Boy, that's a good question.
Oh, what's the question?
Yeah. Simon asks, can you take over a loan subject to of a deceased person post probate, and how does the process work? So can you? Yes, so long as, let's see, subject to, okay, so long as the heirs have not fallen behind, or even if they are, it's not, you know, giving any indication to the lender that there are issues. I think you can. I'm gonna go with yes. Yes, you can, Simon. I'm thinking more and more through it. Yes, you can. But again, if it's post probate, the lender is aware that you know, the person is deceased and the borrower is deceased, and the heirs are going to take over. And if that's the case, then you should be fine, because now you're taking over from the heirs. The process, how the process is the same. Title will need to make sure that they confirm that the heirs are now the owners of the property, and if that's done, then it should be done, no problem. Hope that helps. All right. All the backward caps coming up. What's everybody doing? What? We got the one and only Mr. Andrew Short here.
Whoa.
Good morning.
Audience. I was just thinking about Andrew.
Good morning.
I was wondering, you know, where has he been at?
Oh man, I was on a Zoom meeting 2 days ago, I think it was. It's for our team. We're reorganizing some stuff and everything. Man, oh man, these guys have their shit together, and we were, my partner and I were very impressed with them. We're actually going to move forward with them and work with them. And as soon as I saw their stuff, all I could think about was Andrew. I'm like, dude, Andrew is like perfect for these guys, or you know, better. I don't know. But yeah, was thinking about you too, Andrew. It's Andrew Short Friday. That's right.
He's been summoned.
And then, of course, as soon as Andrew comes, Matt Riley joins us too. You know, Matt Riley is just an Andrew Short follower. That's all I gotta say. Hey,
God,
don't take that the wrong way.
man.
Don't take that the wrong way. I am an Andrew Short follower myself. You know.
Matt Riley, God, just man. Bob
It's been a
just
while since Matt's been up on the stage.
got
Yeah?
straight.
How's everybody else doing? Come on now. Who's got a question? Let's go.
I got a question. Got a question. So let's say if a seller has signed a novation agreement, has signed an attorney in fact, you know, signed all the paperwork, but yet her daughter is a medical power of attorney.
Has a medical power of attorney, okay.
Medical power of attorney, and has threatened us that if we decide to move forward with the contract that her mother signed, that she will threaten legal action to stop us although her mom has stated that that she would like to move forward with the sale of the property. I spoke to the daughter yesterday on the phone. Daughter's not very happy. It doesn't sound like they have much, if any, money. It sounds like they're very financially struggling. I asked them if the sale of the property would help. They said no. So, she's trying to claim that she can prevent the sale of the house. Now, to my knowledge, I don't think that medical power of attorney, in any instance that I've had, spoke to my girlfriend about it, who, runs the ER, who's dealt with medical power of attorney several times. I spoke to my mom, who used to run the ICU division at the General Hospital back where I'm from. She's dealt with medical power of attorney several times. Spoke to a few legal friends of mine. They all say no, but they all say that they're not from Ohio and the laws could be different, because they know that Ohio does have some, more real estate seller protective clauses. So I would need to go and consult with an attorney in Ohio that understands real estate law, and that we would need to see all the paperwork. The problem is that we're dealing with a very elderly seller, and her getting us the paperwork is not like the easiest thing in the world, right? Because they sign things, they don't keep things organized, they don't have a file collector or files on the computer they can just send over.
So I think whoever told you, I'm sorry, I forgot.
She's
They're
not even
absolutely
old.
right.
She's only 50.
She's 50. Okay.
She's only 50, so she's not even that old, I guess. But she's had two strokes.
Wait. She's 50 and she has a daughter with medical power of attorney?
Yeah, because she's had 2 strokes. Yeah.
Okay, but she doesn't have any mental capacity issues, right? Dementia, forgetfulness.
I don't think that they have any. I don't think they have any like files on that. Like, she's never signed over that she's mentally incompetent, which is what I'm trying to verify. I want to make sure that that isn't a piece of paper that's been signed, because once you decide over that you're legally incompetent, then you're toast.
Yeah.
But I don't think that that's been signed. I think it's just that she has signed over medical power of attorney in case she has a stroke again, is what I'm guessing.
Right.
So that way her daughter can decide if she should stay on life support, things like that. That's
that definitely, you need to talk to an attorney in Ohio in regards to that. The only thing that I can see, and it's rare, is if the stroke made the seller, if she's had 2 strokes, made her as far as mental capacity is concerned, slower, or affected her in one way or another. That would be the only card that I can see that the daughter can play on you guys. But besides that, yeah, medical.
It really doesn't really make much sense why the daughter's trying to prevent this sale. Because we tried to offer that we could relocate her, offer her to find her a new place that could potentially be more affordable. We even had tried to have a conversation with the daughter yesterday.
What's the assignment on this one, Dan?
We have it at what is it, 150, I think. And the attorney is the realtor is projecting that we could sell it at 195.
Kind of condition?
For all we know, it's in really good condition. But we're gonna verify that tomorrow. We were trying to wait on pictures, but obviously the daughter was supposed to send us pictures. The daughter's not, trying to.
How did the daughter get a hold of you guys?
I got a hold of the daughter. She did not get a hold of us. She didn't want to speak to us. She texted us through her mom's phone originally, and basically told us to fuck off. So.
Gotcha. Is this before or after you guys had already signed the contract?
This was after her mom had already signed the contract.
Yeah, well, I would say good luck to the daughter.
It's not like this is
Yeah,
a 6-figure
Trevor.
lick,
The
you know. This is
the daughter
45K.
said that she would work with a realtor that she personally knows in the near to late future. When I spoke to her on the phone yesterday, and I told her, I said, well, I really, want this property. Is there any way that I could get a hold of that realtor in case in the future? And she basically like, you know, um, yeah, she basically told me to eat shit. She didn't understand why I was trying to get a hold of the realtor, she said, and she said, that's a red flag to me. I don't, I don't know. But it sounds like to me that there's probably some, maybe she wasn't necessarily a good mom, and the daughter is a little bit controlling now, I think, because she got that, a little bit of power there, and sounds like there's some stress. There's a lot of financial stress. It sounds like there's a lot of distress. A lot of people that never watched a Dave Ramsey video, as I like to say. I encourage a lot of my sellers to, after we close the deal, that tell them to go and watch a few Dave Ramsey videos so they don't get back on the same train that they were. That's yeah. No, I already have boots on the ground, Connor, but I appreciate you, boss. Yeah, we got Ohio very well covered. But yeah, so we're gonna go try and get pictures tomorrow.
Assignment. It's not like
there you go.
80K, 100K is just pretty normal. 45, 50K assignment.
Well, it's not a 45, 50K assignment.
Yeah, it's
like 15, 20, somewhere around there. You take off.
What did he say?
Maybe a little more.
He had it for one. What did you say, Dan? You said 145.
150, and they can list it at 195 if it's in great condition.
Yeah, we got probably about 25 to 30,000 somewhere around.
Yeah,
there.
that's about right.
This is not a crazy lick. She's not being taken advantage of.
Yeah, but there's also no real, so far, there's really no real threat. It's not like we're dealing with a bunch of lanes where we have to go and cross the county, do all these kind of things, right? It should be a very, normal situation. So there's not really a whole lot of threat to us realistically, because it doesn't sound like the daughter, has, a huge financial backing where she can go and just hire an attorney just to, fuck around and find out. Like, she's not in that position. She doesn't want to get in that position with me. So, you don't want to jump in. The thing is, I wouldn't probably ever, shoot a legal battle over this. I'm not going to shoot a legal battle over it. If it becomes a problem, we'll obviously just drop it. But yeah, I agree with Trevor. I don't think they'll go through with litigation.
File a memorandum.
Yeah.
File a memorandum to see what the daughter wants to do. You can let it go in a year or so, whatever you want. But if she's got other plans and she only has a medical POA, she's just digging for something for herself, it sounds like.
Yisrael, our average is usually somewhere between 30 to 40. So this is about where it should be. We usually won't do something under 30. This is pretty close enough.
Yeah. Cool. Man, we got a great call from Savion and a great question from Dan Fazio himself. On a phenomenal Friday.
Bob, I got a question for you now. I don't know if you got a chance to see the Investor Lift showcase that we hosted yesterday, but it was pretty cool. The guy, he got on, he posted on Investor Lift, sent out an email blast, an SMS blast, and then literally 5 minutes later, he was on the phone with somebody who gave us an offer at full ask. And then we walked up another investor that said that he wanted to go and take a look at the property. He said that he was signed for $22,500. We have it under contract right now for $105,000. We're trying to renegotiate with the seller to get a discount, price reduction. The guy that offered us $22,500 said that he wants a 1-day due diligence period. He says that he's buying 20 properties a month in the area. He said he wanted a due diligence period. He was the higher offer, but he wanted a due diligence period. What would you do, Bob? Would you accept that offer and give him the 1 day, or would you tell him, hey, go check out the property and let us know and continue to market the property?
So you have one buyer who's already said that they're willing to give you your asking price, and then you have another one who's coming up higher, but they want a 1-day due diligence.
So he originally wanted to be at the asking price, but we walked him up. I said, tell him if he really wants this property and he wants it exclusively, he's got to pay a premium.
Got it. So this is what I would probably do. I would probably ask him for proof of funds and his last 3 HUDs for this month. If he says he closes 20 a month, let me see. Okay? If you're legit, all right, I'll give that to you. Otherwise, I'd go with the sure bet.
Awesome.
But that's just me.
And
what
then
do
the
I
other
know?
thing is, we do have the ability to novate this and put it on the MLS. Do you think that it'd be worth listing?
What's your close of escrow time period?
We got time, Bob. We got time.
You got time?
We got time.
I don't know. I mean, for me, I would just rather close it, move on to the next one. You're getting what you're asking for, right? Just move on. Go get 2 more rather than spending another month or 2 on this one and trying to make what? An additional 20? Whatever you think. Well, how much more can you get if you novate it?
If this guy is serious and he will really give us 122.5, I think maybe we could get 125 if we were to list it, or.
Yeah, man, for 3K more, nah, I'd move on. If it was 30K, I'd consider it, but 3K.
So Bob would take
get
the
what you
speed and
got.
convenience of closing this deal, move on to the next.
Hell yeah, volume. This is a volume business, my friend. Yeah, I would take the 22.5 and move on and close it as quickly as possible and get to the next ones. Now, I know you guys have more in your pipeline, but which is great. So I would concentrate more on those that you have in your pipeline and try to bring them to the finish line.
Awesome.
All right. Trevor, good to have you in here, man. You're answering a lot of great questions. Oh, Jesus, it's 9:01 already. Time flew by today.
What a show. Mr. Matt
It was great.
In the audience the whole day.
Yeah.
Nice to see you too, Michael Rogers, coming back. Hopefully everything's been going well and your business has been flourishing. I know Michael was here towards the beginning of REI Rev, and it's cool to see members who were here in the beginning stick around and come back around.
Well, if we got no other questions, I got a ton of work to do because I got to make John's declaration come true for today.
Guys, at 3 o'clock today, I'm doing another masterclass for the end of this week on KPIs. So if you guys want to jump in on that, I'm also going to be giving away some KPI documents for you guys to be able to track them, and I'm also going to teach you how to use Zapier to automate it. So and how that can connect, and how you can basically plug that into a CRM so that when you change info inside of a CRM, it's going to link to Zapier, it's going to link over to your Excel document, and it's going to change that page. So if you guys are interested in that, I'm also going to go over in the very beginning. I'm just go over like what are the important KPIs on what you should be tracking for real estate investment or wholesaling, and to get to your next deal. If you haven't closed your first deal, or if you don't know what a KPI is, you guys need to be in this class more than anybody. So if you guys don't know what that is, or you haven't closed your first deal, or you are working to close your first deal, maybe you just did your first deal and you don't really have like a system in place yet, like you guys are the most vital people that need to be in this call more than anybody else in the community. So if you're new, don't get discouraged and think oh well, I don't know enough to be in the call. that's the best time to jump in on these kind of calls. When you don't know what the call's about, jump in. You're going to learn about it. So see you guys at 3 o'clock today, Eastern Standard Time. The event is in REI Rev. You just go to the top, click the event. See you guys in the live stream room.
Sounds great. Thank you, Dan.
Fantastic.
Thanks,
I'm
guys.
going to bounce as well. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you on Monday. Have a great one.
Thank you, Bob. Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't already, please consider inviting somebody to come and be in proximity with us. This is the #1 most valuable real estate community in existence. Send somebody that link, y'all. reirev.com. Let's make some money.